Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Why it is said so? Because to qualify CSAT, you doesn't require exceptional skills for mathematics or any language specific. Because CSAT is just qualifying and you have to have just 66 marks out of 200. And this is part of UPSC GS2, which has three main parts: math, reasoning, and comprehension. Usually, comprehension have 28 to 30 count, and out of those 20 to 30, approximate 15 to 18 belongs to assumption. Assumption. How to command that? There are certain set of understanding which you require while you are going through a passage reading for assumption based statement elimination or selection. We are here going to cover up those points so that in a single lecture you will have entire understanding to command over assumption. What is assumption? Assumption that you accept is true even though you have no proof. Here, we do not mean that assumption is on the basis of complete falsehood. That's not the reality. Rather, it is the mix-up of certain facts and certain general beliefs. Where those beliefs come from? Where are those sources? So this video is going to be primarily मीडियम इंग्लिश बट हिंदी मीडियम के लिए थोड़ा सा स्कोप जरूर होगा. आप उसे ध्यान से देखेंगे तो आपको समझ में आएगा. So just like this person has general understanding that someone will catch me. Usually you also believe while appearing UPSC CSAT, but believing that will lead you a failure. To avoid that, you should follow this session very carefully. To establish your understanding about assumption-based comprehension passages. So what are the factors of assumption? If we understand that, then we can easily eliminate, pick up or select certain statement for our question. For example, cultural ignorance brings certain kind of assumption. For example, you believe that certain signs, symbols in your family, in your society, bring certain assumption that this must be true. But while you are reading a passage, you should be completely based on the facts provided by the passage and not on the behalf of general understanding which you know previously. So avoid any cultural ignorance to select or deselect any statement of your passage. Second, false consensus bias. What other people will think. Certain type of belief you have, what other people will think, and that particular thought affect your selection of the statement when you are reading certain statement belonging to certain passage. Whether you should read first passage or statements. This is a primary concern. If you're reading statements, you might be biased to select some statement that this is right and other is not right. But you should avoid such consensus, whether one statement is right or not, because assumption is set up those thoughts which occupy your mind to think in certain way. Passage provides you whether those thoughts would be woven through which values, which facts, and the statements provided to you is those assumption which is general basis to create those comprehension, those passages. So if you are reading first statement, avoid any bias that this particular statement is true or not. While you are reading passage, you should develop your understanding rather than picking certain words, picking certain phrases, picking certain statements or set of statements you should rather avoid. Develop your understanding based on passages. Generally, passages have 2 to 3 facts, 1 or 2 example, 1 or 2 factors, 1 or 2 inferences, and based on those inferences, examples, concepts, you should develop an understanding so that based on those values you can eliminate or select certain statement for your OMR. Next is fundamental attribution error, that person's just incompetent. So if you have general bias based on certain incompetencies, these things can affect your decision about selecting a statement to be true or not. Gender bias, just like women are bad driver. In certain type of gender biases, stereotypes occupy your mind to have certain wrongful understanding or selection or deselection of a statement. These things affect you. So avoid any such sources of biasness sources of assumptions. If you will avoid this much, these numbers which are provided here, these are sources of assumption. If you will avoid these assumption, you will have the understanding and assumption based on those passages which UPSC will provide you in GS paper 2. Other sources of assumption may be halo effect. C is good at, so C must be good at that. For example, if a passage discusses you certain well-beings, positivity about something, you might develop a different kind of assumption which has not provided by the passage. So avoid those assumptions also. Other, hindsight bias. How did they not foresee that outcome? If certain types of facts and factors are provided, and those facts and factors leading to certain type of inferences, conclusions, no, avoid that. Just word bias. He probably deserved this his misfortune. So if any type of misfortune have been discussed, never lead to some other type of misfortunes which are not provided by the passage. Optimism bias. It will all work out. If it will all work out, this signifies that certain kind of extreme words are provided by the passage, but that does not means extreme words to be correct in the statements, because extreme words has to be checked carefully. What are other extreme words? For example, extreme words. For examples, all, none, nobody, only, everyone, everything, exceptional, complete. There can be n numbers of extreme words. You should check these extreme words very carefully while reading the passage. I will tell you whether you should first observe about statements or passage directly. See, as per my understanding, I will advise you first to go through with the statements within 10 to 12 seconds. Check what to be checked, then read the passage, and use pen or pencil to mark it correct or incorrect inside the passage. We will discuss these things in upcoming passages. Then, other sources of biases include overgeneralization. Everything must be like this, because your passage may be generalized as some kind of values, some kind of factors to lead some results, but you should not generalize beyond those limits which passage has provided. Next, stereotyping. All teenagers are rebellious. Such type of stereotyping must be avoided. Confirmation bias. I knew he was like that because he did that one thing. So such things also need to be avoided, because if passage has discussed one, two, or three stereotypes, you should not lead to four, five, and six. You should be limited within one, two, and three. Fixed mindset. I cannot improve no matter how hard I try. If such kind of stories are provided by passage, so you should not go even beyond. Endowment effect is what I know is more valuable just because it is mine. Such biases need to be avoided. We will discuss how these biases affect you. Negativity bias. I remember my failures more than my successes, so I must be a failure. Such kind of passages are also provided where certain factors are provided which are leading to failure. But if other factors are discussed in the statements which were not part of the passages, you should not select them, because you have been provided certain types of factors. Only based on those factors you should select your statements. Okay, so this is one passage asked by UPSC. We will read it, we will solve this, but what is the strategy? If I'm going to discuss you certain strategies, generally you do not remember, you forget. But with passages, if you are provided some strategies, one, two, three, then you apply those strategy. Generally you learn them, generally you remember those strategies better than which are theoretically provided to you. We will now read the passage, and same time we will solve this passage. You will be provided certain strategies, what to do, what not to do, do's and don'ts, special effects which are part of the passage which you should keep in the mind while understanding assumption. Okay, so first, if you are provided such kind of passage, I will advise first go to the statements and check whether it is based on assumptions or not. So if it is based on assumption, we should realize what are the assumptions. These are the assumptions. If based on these assumptions passage has been written, then only we should select certain statement, one or two. For example, if assumption one is given, a society without well educated people cannot be transformed into modern society. Second, without acquiring culture, a person's education is not complete. If we are provided with only two such assumptions. So these are assumptions. We have to check whether passage has been written based on these assumptions or not. Here we mean that author has kept these thoughts into mind while reading a passage or not. If author has kept these things into mind while writing the passage, only then you should select any of such statement. Okay, you are provided every possible option, one only, two only, both, and none. So you cannot select or deselect any of such passages before examining these facts, these statements, whether they are correct or not. So we will check first a society without well educated people. We will check whether author has kept this thing into mind or not, that educated people must be there to create a modern society. If it is a situation, because here it has used cannot, so we have to examine must. Are you getting this? We have to examine mustness. Mustness of what? Well educated people and modern society. Now you know that this sentence has a sense of extremeness. Second, without acquiring culture, a person's education is not complete. So we have to check about mustness of culture as an outcome of education. If this is proven by passage, this statement too is going to be correct. If modernity is related with educated people as a condition of mustness, then first statement is also going to be correct, and then both the statement will be the part of answer, otherwise not. So these are assumptions. We have to check whether author while writing the passage had kept in the mind or not. Okay, so now we will read the passage. One more thing you should keep in the mind, you should invest only 1 minute maximum to read the passage. So you should not read it louder. You should uh, watch the statements into your mind, and keeping the statements into your mind, you should watch the passage carefully. So we will read it now. Education plays a great transformatory role in life, particularly so in this rapidly changing and globalizing world. So education, yes. Globalizing world, yes. These are the keywords. Universities are the custodians of intellectual capital and promoters of culture and specialized knowledge. Culture is an activity of thought and repetitiveness to beauty and human feeling. A merely well informed man is only a born on God's earth, is only a bore on God's earth. What we should aim at is producing men who possess both culture and expert knowledge. Their expert knowledge will give them a firm ground to start from. Their culture will lead them as deep as philosophy, as high as art. Together it will impart meaning to human existence. So reading this passage, our general understanding is that this passage is relating education with culture and not the modern society. So based on this understanding, we can say that well educated people transforming into modern society is not part of the essence of the passage. Author has not kept first statement into the mind while writing this passage. Rather, second is. Why? Because author is trying to say that a society, a society where culture is not present, then education merely leads to a bore man on God's earth. Therefore, second statement certainly is an essence which author is keeping into mind while saying his word, writing this passage. Therefore, second statement must be the part of answer, and you should tick this one. Yes, B is the answer. So first thing, as I as I said it earlier, you should develop the understanding what passage is trying to make an essence. While author is writing the passage, what author kept in the mind, what author push, what author pushes to say something, what author pushes to write something about the passage. So that what is part of your answer. That what is part of your sentence. Those sentences which explains that what must be the answer, otherwise not. Okay, therefore B is the answer. Again, in same way, while we are attempting next passage, we first need to check what are the statement, because we will be able to say what are the requirement of the passage now. Removal of economic discrimination leads to removal of social discriminations. Second, democratic polity is best way to to repair historical wrongs. This passage is basically based on causal relation. Causal relation. Here, you are provided with factors and outcomes. Factors, measures, and solutions. So you should check whether economic discrimination as a part of factors would lead to end of discrimination or not. If passages are going for that, our statement 1 will be correct. If as a measure, democracy treating historical wrongs, if passages argue for that, then our second statement will be correct. If passages argue for those both, then both the statement will be correct. If passage does not argue in same way, then none of the statement will be correct. And if passages argue in opposite, then certainly both the statements will be wrong. If passage argues opposite, it means democratic polity and historical wrongs are inversely related. Then both the statement, then second statement will be wrong. And if social discrimination is a treatment for economic discrimination, then first statement will also be wrong. So we need to check which is cause and which is outcome. So now we will read this passage. Okay, read with me. Political theorists no doubt have to take historical injustice, for example, untouchability, seriously. The concept of take historical injustice takes note of a variety of historical wrongs that continue into the present in some form or the other and tend to resist repair. Two regions might account for resistance to repair. One, not only are the roots of injustice buried deep in history. See, root of injustice buried deep in history. So we should understand that it might be about historical wrongs. Injustice itself constitute economic structure of exploitation. Here injustice is a cause. Okay, injustice is cause, not a result. Injustice itself constitutes economic structure of exploitation, ideologies of discrimination, and modes of representation. Two, the categories of historical injustice generally generally extend across a number of wrongs such as economic deprivation, social discrimination, and lack of recognition. This category is complex and not only because of overlap between a numbers of wrongs, but because one or the other wrong, generally discrimination, tend to acquire partial autonomy from other. This is borne out by history of repair in India. So we know that here injustice has been shown as a factor to vast variety of injustice. Injustice is shown as a factor to vast varieties of discrimination and outcomes. Injustice as a factor. Now examine. Removal of economic discrimination leads to removal of social discrimination. No, removal of injustice will lead to social removal of social discrimination, not economic discrimination. So first is wrong. Second, democratic polity is best way to repair historical wrongs. No, historical wrongs are even prevalent in in present society because injustice was not repaired. Historical injustice here is a factor. Historical injustice is factor, not outcome. So in both the case, opposite has been written. Therefore, these both the statements are wrong, and D is the answer. Third, so as a general rule, we will first go to statements. Okay, assumption. Large scale soil erosion is major reason for widespread food insecurity. We will check whether soil erosion has been shown as a factor for food insecurity as an outcome or not. Okay, then soil erosion is mainly anthropogenic. So anthropogenic is a factor and soil erosion is outcome or not. Now, sustainable management of soils help in combating climate change. Climate change as an outcome and sustainable management of soil as a factor. So we need to check these three factors and three outcomes with the help of above passages. Soil in which nearly all our food grows is a living resource. Fine. That takes years to form. Fine. yet it can vanish in minutes. Okay, each year 75 billion tons of fertile soil is lost to erosion. See here, our food grows on soil, fine, and the soil vanish in minutes, that is shown. But here it is not saying whether diminishing soil or soil erosion, as a soil erosion resulting in food insecurity, because food insecurity is not our good. Okay, that is alarming, and not just for food producer. Soil can trap huge quantities of carbon dioxide in the form of organic carbon and prevent it from escaping into the atmosphere. So soil here is a factor for trapping carbon dioxide and reducing the climate change. Reducing the climate change. So here soil is a factor for uh, reducing the climate change because it traps the carbon dioxide. But as shown in statement number one, that soil erosion is a major reason for widespread of food insecurity, and food insecurity is not been discussed in passage. So first statement is wrong, because passage is not arguing anyway for food insecurity. Okay, soil erosion is mainly anthropogenic. No, anthropogenic factors are not dealt in the statements. Third, sustainable management of soil helps combating climate change, and that is correct. That is correct. Therefore, statement number third and option number B is the correct answer. Option number B, yes. One more thing. Every answer is verified with UPSC answer key. So no need to worry. Okay. Next, as a general rule, we will first examine our statements about assumption. How many statements? 3. Economic power is only reason. Economic power is the only reason for existence of inequality in society. So now, economic power has been shown as a factor, inequality as an outcome. We will certainly examine. Inequality of different kind of income, wealth reinforces power. So power is an outcome, and inequality means favorable kind of income and wealth as a factor. Third, economic power can be analyzed more through its effect than direct empirical methods. So how to analyze economic power? And the factors are empirical method. Empirical method, two effects. Effects are here shown as a factor. We will now examine about our statements with the help of this passage. Inequality is visible. So it is about inequality. First thing is verified. Even statistically measurable in many instances, but the economic power that drives it is invisible. Economic power is invisible. Keep this into mind, and not measurable. Generally, economic power is not measurable. Okay, like the force of gravity. Power is the ongoing principle of inequality, be it of income, wealth, gender, race, religion, and region. Its effects are seen. So our third statement is correct, because third statement is dealing as effect can be measured to examine the economic inequality. So effects are seen as pervasive manner. Pervasive means present everywhere, in all sphere, but the ways in which economic power pulls and tilts visible economic variables remain invisible, obscure. So economic impacts, how to measure? It is invisible. There is only way the passage is arguing, and that is effect. So our third statement is correct, because third statement is saying economic power can be analyzed more through its effects than by direct empirical methods. So empirical methods are good, effects are good, and that is the statement. That is assumption through which this passage has been written. Economic power is the only reason for existence of inequality. Only reason is not shown. Because of this, first statement is out, and only has been written as an extreme word. You need to avoid extreme words in general, but not blindly. Inequality of different kinds of income, wealth, etc. reinforces power. We will check this statement once again. Okay. So we will examine statement number 2. Okay, coming here. Uh, yeah, here. Power is the ongoing principle of inequality. So power is factor behind economic inequality. Not economic inequality is a factor of power. This has written opposite. So it is also wrong. See, notice this. Power has been shown here as a factor leading to inequality of income, wealth, gender, race, or any kind. Not economic inequality leading to an outcome of power. No, that is not. Power has been shown as a factor. So this statement is wrong. Only third statement is correct, and so answer must be B. Next. So first we will examine our statements. See, examining statements first, whether these are assumptions, keeping them author has written his passage or not, we should first check, and checking gives an advantage of accuracy. If you will check these statements, focusing on the demand of the question, our accuracy will be higher. First, global warming has a bearing on the planet's biological evolution. Means global warming as a factor, biological evolution as an outcome. We will examine. Second, separation of land masses causes the release of huge quantity of carbon into the stratosphere. We will check now. Any kind of separation of land masses as a factor is shown in passage or not. And outcome, release of carbon into atmosphere. Increased warming of Earth's atmosphere can change the composition of its flora and fauna. Warming as a factor, changing the flora and fauna as an outcome. Next, the present man-made global warming will finally lead to conditions similar to those which happened 56 million years ago. Means the present man-made global warming has similar will finally lead to condition similar to those 56 million years ago. So this is a very unlikely statement, because the present is a scenario and 56 million years scenario will never be same. But if passage has argued, then we are not going to say it wrong. But our options suggest only two statements can be correct. So we will check one after one. Okay. Around 56 million years ago, the Atlantic Ocean had not fully opened, and animals, perhaps including our primate ancestors, could walk from Asia to North America. Because land mass was not broken, Europe and across Greenland, Earth was warmer than it is today. But at Paleocene epoch gave way to Eocene. It was about to get much warmer, still rapidly and radically. The cause was massive geologically sudden release of carbon. So releasing carbon was a cause for breaking of the landmass. So one statement went wrong. Which one? Increased warming of Earth. Okay, fine. Separation of land mass causes the release of quantities. This has proved to be wrong. Why? Because separation of land mass was an outcome of releasing carbon into atmosphere. Here opposite has been proven. Here opposite has been proven. Why? Because factor is an outcome, and an outcome is a factor. During this period, called Paleocene, Eocene, and thermal maximum, or PTEM. PTEM full form is a Paleocene Eocene thermal maximum. The carbon injected into the atmosphere was roughly the amount that would be injected today if humans burned all the Earth's reserve coal, oil, natural gases. Okay, so the passage has compared two eras carbon content, not the outcomes and the conditions generated by the burning of those carbons. The PTEM lasted for about 150,000 years until the excess carbon was reabsorbed. It brought on drought, flood, insect plague, and a few extinctions. Life on Earth survived. Indeed, it is prospered, but it was drastically different. See, life was different, and so fourth statement is wrong. Life was prospered, so third statement is correct. Increased warming on Earth atmosphere can change the composition of flora and fauna. Now, two statement is wrong, 2 and 3. So, and third is 2 and 4. Third is correct. One must be correct. Global warming has bearing on the planet's biological evolution. This is proven from here. So 1 and 3 is correct. 2 and 4 is wrong. Answer must be C. Yes. Next. And as a general rule, we will first go through the statements. It is about assumption. Yes. Governments and companies need to be adequately prepared to face climate change. Governments and companies need to be adequately prepared to face climate change. First statement need to be checked whether it is saying about or not climate change and preparedness. Any interpretation leading to such relations or not. Second one, extreme weather event will reduce. So extreme weather event as a factor will reduce the economic growth outcome. Outcome of economic growth, whether it is discussed or not, of government and companies in future. Next, ignoring climate change is a huge risk for investor. So ignoring climate change as a factor and as a risk to investor as an outcome. If these relations um, are argued in the passage, we will select our statements based on that. So a changing climate and the eventual efforts of governments, however reluctant, who governments to deal with it could have a big impact on investors. So first thing about impact on investors, investor returns, then companies that produce or use large amount of fossil fuel will face higher taxes and regulatory burden. Some energy producers may find it impossible to exploit their known reserves and are left with standard assets. Standard stranded assets means assets those are left unexploited, deposits of oil, coal that had to be left in the ground. Other industries could be affected by the economic damage. Other industries could be affected by economic damage caused by more extreme weather, storm, flood, and heat waves and droughts. So, based on this, we can say that government and companies need to adequately prepare to face the climate change. Yes, because climate change has huge impact on the profit or returns of the companies. Therefore, first thing is to be correct. Second, extreme weather events will reduce the economic growth of governments and companies in future. So economic growth will be reduced. It is not discussed in the passage. We should be very careful in this. That passage is not saying that economic growth will be reduced. This is not shown. Okay, so second must be out. Third, ignoring climate change is a huge risk for investor. Yes, because it will increase the cost. So this thing is being discussed in this passage, and risk has been also dealt in other form. For example, many assets will left stranded because they cannot be utilized because of climate change. So there are many risks uh, posed by climate change. So third must also be correct. 1 and 3 must be the answer. C. Yes. Next. And statements with reference to passage assumptions should be examined. Making equality of opportunity a reality is the fundamental goal of Indian government, Indian education system. So if the goal as in making equality of opportunity is are good for by the passage or not, we will check. Then present Indian schooling system is unable to provide egalitarian education. Whether this has been kept in the mind by author or not, we will also examine. Okay, abolition of private schools and establishment of more government schools is only way to ensure egalitarian education. Means equality in the education has only way to abolish private school, and only way is to establish more government schools. This is very extreme, very extreme. Now we will check. Access to schooling for those coming of school age is close to universal. Access is universal, passage is saying, but access to quality exhibit a sharp gradient. Means there is huge gap in quality of education. Access to education is close to universal, means close to 100%, but there is a sharp gradient in the quality of education. With socioeconomic status, quota for weaker section in private school is a provisions introduced by Right to Education to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009. The quotas have imposed a debate on issue of social integration and equality in education that private actors had escaped by and large. Means the quota have imposed debate on social issues of social integration, equality in education that private actors had escaped by and large. The idea of egalitarian education system with equality of opportunity and its primary goal appears to be outside the space of private school principles inhabit. Therefore, the imposition of quotas has led to resistance, sometimes justified. So there are two, three things discussed in the passage. What are not discussed, first we need to eliminate. Abolition of private schools and establishment of more government school is the only way. Only way is not been argued, though private schools are criticized. That's why third statement must be out. Now 1 and 2. Making equality of opportunity is reality. A reality is the fundamental goal of Indian education system. Equality of opportunity, a reality is the fundamental goal of opportunity. Equality of opportunity is available in the sense of universal access, but there is a gradient about quality education. Since first statement is not specifically mentioning the quality of education, therefore it is not about the passes. Therefore, this cannot be true about the passes. One more thing, equality of opportunity is not assumption here. This can be inference. This can be a conclusion, not assumption. As a fundamental goal is not an assumption here, because it is discussing about sharp decline, sharp gradient among the quality of education, not equality of opportunity. Opportunity is not the context about of the passes. Okay, so first is wrong. The present is Indian school system is unable to provide egalitarian education. That is something that is something that can be discussed, can be argued. That passes or author keeping this into mind, that Indian education system is unable to provide quality of education, egalitarian education in the sense of quality of education, not able to provide. That's why author is asking for the factors. What factors leading to the lacking of egalitarian education? And author though identified that there are some areas where egalitarian approach has been implemented. For example, universal access to education, enrollment in first part here schooling, access to education, schooling is universal. And provisions of right of children to free and compulsory education. These things are egalitarian in nature. What is not egalitarian is quality. Quality is not egalitarian. Here there is sharp gradient. Sharp gradient among whom? Based on socioeconomic status. Riches have the quality, poor have not. So second statement is correct. Next, diarrhea death among Indian children are mostly due to food and water contamination, use of contaminated groundwater. We will discuss this after having observing statements. First, we will check what are the assumptions and statement for assumption. Food safety is a complex issue that calls for multi-pronged solution. So food safety, as shown in solution or not, great investments need to be made in developing the manpower for surveillance and training. Whether a passage is suggesting for developing manpower or not, we will check. India need to make sufficient legislation. Is there lack of laws for governing food processing industry? We will check each one. Diarrhea deaths among Indian children are mostly due to food and water contamination. Okay, use of contaminated groundwater and unsafe chemical in agriculture, poor hygiene in storage and handling of food items to food cooked and distributed in unhygienic surroundings. There are myriad of factors need regulation. Need regulation and monitoring. Fine. See, here it is saying regulation and monitoring, not about legislation. There is fundamental difference between legislation and regulation. Regulations are not legislation. Regulations is about making rules and implementing those rules based on some parliamentary laws or laws made by state legislature. So third is not correct. Eliminated, eliminated, eliminated. First and second must be the answer. We will check. People need to have awareness about adulteration and wage of complaining. So who need awareness? People. Awareness to relevant authorities. Surveillance of foodborne disease involves number of government agencies, entails good training of inspection staff. So one statement has been found about developing manpower. Second is correct here. And food safety involves multi-pronged solution. It is discussed here because it has myriad of factors that need regulation. So these are the myriad of factors which need solution, and for that regulation is argued. Okay, further, considering the proportion of urban population that depend on street food for its daily meals, investing in training and education. So investing in training and education is again supported. So this statement is widely correct. Food safety is complex issue that calls for a multi-pronged solution. Yes, because here it has been discussed the myriad challenges and which are asking for complex solutions. So first statement must be correct. 1 and 2 is the answer as we have gotten here, and yes, A is the answer. All the answers are verified by UPSC answer key. So keep watching. Thank you.
और यदि आप यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स फर्स्ट टाइम में क्लियर करना चाहते हैं तो आपको टॉपिक वाइज एमसीक्यू सॉल्व करना चाहिए। बहुविकल्पी प्रश्न जो अध्यायवार होते हैं उनको सॉल्व करना चाहिए। उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए कॉन्सेप्चुअल आईएएस लेके आए हैं नज 100। नज 100 में आपको टॉपिक वाइज 100 पेपर्स मिलते हैं जो कि प्रीलिम्स 2025 को ध्यान में रखते हुए बनाए गए हैं। इसके अलावा इसमें आपको अप्रॉक्सीमेट 6000 क्वेश्चन की प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए मिलेंगे। पूरे 100 पेपर होंगे जिसमें कई पेपर होंगे जिनमें पूरे 100 क्वेश्चन होंगे, बाकी सभी में 50 प्रश्न होंगे। टॉपिक वाइज है, आपका कोई भी एरिया छूटेगा नहीं, गहराई से आपकी तैयारी होगी। जो क्वेश्चंस का स्टैंडर्ड है दैट इज इवन सुपीरियर टू यूपीएससी लेवल। तो आप लोग यूपीएससी प्री में अगर अपना समय ज़्यादा नहीं बर्बाद करना चाहते और पहले ही अटेम्प्ट में प्रीलिम्स क्वालिफाई करना चाहते हैं तो ज्वाइन कीजिए नज 100। यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स की जो सर्वश्रेष्ठ टेस्ट सीरीज है जिसमें 100 पेपर हैं, जिसमें 6000 क्वेश्चन हैं, जिससे 2022 में पूरे 62 क्वेश्चंस आए, 2023 यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स में पूरे 57 क्वेश्चंस आए एंड यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स 2024 में 67 क्वेश्चंस आए। आप ऐसे टेस्ट सीरीज को अंडर एस्टिमेट नहीं कर सकते, इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते, इग्नोर करना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि अगर प्रीलिम्स फेल हुआ तो साल खराब होगा। इसलिए पहले ही अटेम्प्ट में अगर आप प्रीलिम्स क्वालिफाई करना चाहते हो तो ज्वाइन करो नज 100। पूरे 100 टेस्ट पेपर मिलेंगे आपको और बहुत ही सुपीरियर फाइन टच एडवांस लेवल पे आपकी तैयारी होती है यहाँ पे। थैंक यू सो मच।